First killer quality, you servers win. I don't think it's happening anytime soon, mate. Thanks for 250 bits. Whoa! Expect thanks for 5k from Brian. No point spamming, serious stuff. Indeed, bro. Indeed. Thanks for 5k bits, so that's absolutely insane. I knew I missed something. Gainer, thanks to the 14-month tier 1. Full soup. Only Smurf to play with my friend who got me into the game. Didn't realize how much higher ranked I could be until I got a second account to play without him. Yeah, see, that's fine. You know, if you have one account and you only play like with a friend in doubles on it, that's totally okay. Yeah, this is champ 3. I'm like mid champ 3 on in this playlist. So what you're seeing is champ 3 gameplay. You will find it hard to believe, I'm sure, because it's diabolical. Like the first thing I did, like some of you guys will have seen it, but I did tweet. But yes, some people might have noticed when well, this season I tweeted out that there needs to be, or I tweeted out asking Psionics how many retweets for a rank above Grand Champ. The exact timing of that tweet happening was immediately after I got Grand Champ rewards, because I feel like I shouldn't be the highest rank in the game. I genuinely don't. So as soon as I got Grand Champ, I was like, yeah, I shouldn't be the highest rank in the game. This is so silly. Like, how am I the same rank as all these insane players I commentate? Like, I'm not even remotely close, and I'm under no like delusions of grandeur about my ability in the game. I'm well aware how bad I am. So I got Grand Champ on like a, I don't know, session of an 80% win rate or something. I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, how am I getting Grand Champ when I'm playing this badly, winning 80% of my games? There should be a better rank than this. So that's why I tweeted out that tweet about to Psionics. And I don't know if that had any bearing on them adding another rank to the game. I would guess that it didn't, because it happened too fast. But you never know. Sorry, buddy. Gotta get the boost. Trusting that guy to hit the ball. He didn't. Oh, just wide open. Why did he take a touch? Oh, he's pre-jumped. I am just really stoned, man. Wait, are you the guy who is playing incredibly badly? I mean, I called it. I said this guy's probably drunk or high, because there's no way that he's just nervous or having a bad game. Like, you were playing so badly. Like, I called it. Was that you? Rare Parrot Master. Were you in my last game? Were you the guy who just kept on completely missing the ball by an absolute mile? I mean, I called it. I said there's no way this guy is having a bad game. He's playing terribly. He's straight up driving underneath the ball and backflipping on the spot. In your opinion, the biggest blunder in Salt Mine 2 was turning quick chat off. Was turning chat off. Quick chats are fun, but you took all the chance of another be careful away. I understand the scrub situation, but I think a stern talking to with the players would have done the job as opposed to disabling chat. Well, clearly the players being aware that swearing was not allowed didn't work, because they knew that going into the first game. It was every single match thread because they're in the Discord for Salt Mine 2 and for Fusion as well. Every single match would have a chat, a little chat window or a chat channel created by our wonderful admin Terrence. He had it automated, so he would have a chat channel for every single game, and it would have like the players for that game, the casters for that game, and the lobby details for that game, and also a message telling players chat is enabled, do not write anything questionable. So it was in their face, right beside the lobby details, and apparently that's not enough for Scrub and Tho, two professional players in the game, to like not straight up swear. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if they can't obey that rule, two professional Rocket League players, then I'm wasting my time. There's just no point, and I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother with this, like, potential of that happening again. Because in my opinion, yeah, would have been nice to see like another opportunity for a be careful to happen. But until the Rocket League community as a whole significantly matures, and I'm talking significantly. I'm not talking about, you know, everybody says, oh yeah, we're not going to swear, yeah, it's fine, let's just try again, yeah, we won't swear. I'm talking, I need evidence of other things besides language changing. And I'm talking things like players showing up on time for every single match without being prompted, players knowing when their games are without having to ask for a link to a bracket which is publicly available and linked everywhere on Twitter, Wikipedia, Discord, and all the other social medias connected to the game. When players start to become a bit more automatic in the Rocket League scene with their behavior, then I'll maybe consider it. But until then, not even remotely. There's not even the most remotely small chance that I will let that happen again. It was my fault that I think both Scrub and Tho swore in the chat. That was on me. I made a bad decision. I made a bad call to make that possible, to put that on the screen. And I immediately corrected that when it happened. With no hesitation. I'd already decided if this happens, I'm taking it off, and there's no discussion. There is no thought going into it. It is just off, and it's staying off. And yeah, maybe one day, and I'm expecting it to be like years, maybe in years down the line, we'll have a chance to put it back on. When every single player in a tournament is a known quantity and a known professional, proven professional in the space, then I'll think about it. Until then, no, not happening. And the reason is because although, yeah, I'm sure it would have been funny to make some cool content, you know, somebody says something funny in the chat and everybody can spam some kick W's and post it on the Reddit. You know, it would have been nice. It's also completely against the Rocket League brand. It's completely against Psyonix and Rocket League Esports brand. Rocket League's an E for everyone game. And I'm trying to keep on brand with that, with a community tournament, because, you know, we've got esports button in game, and somebody could just go like I'm doing now, you know, anyone's kid who's playing Rocket League, like you give your 3-year-old or something, you know, the chance to play Rocket League, right? And then they see over here, next to special event and Rocket Pass, there's an esports button. They give it a click, boom, my stream is now right in front of them. They've got my stream visible. And it's, you know, my responsibility to keep all the content of that stream like within the same rules and expectations of what you can find in the game. So it is, in my opinion, that serious, and I think it's you know, really careless. I'm not, you know, condoning the behavior of Tho and Scrub. Don't want to start a witch hunt on them either. Like I've forgiven them. Just, you know, mentioning it because this is what happened. I mentioned their names because, you know, they were the players in the question. But, you know, not trying to start a witch hunt on them. I think that many other players would have stumbled and made the same mistake. But I want to reiterate, it was my fault for leaving the chat on in the first place. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. If there was a way for like that to be blanked, so that would be helpful. I don't know how to do that though. But yeah, you've got to keep, like, you know, we're trying to build something here, not just me and my stream. We're not, like, my goal with these tournaments isn't to get some clips on Reddit of, you know, some player making a funny comment, and then everybody upvoting it. That's not my goal. My goal is to actually, you know, create something meaningful. You know, that's why I make the content I do. It's because I love to make, you know, content that can actually, you know, inspire someone to go out and do something, like get good at the game, or, you know, play Rocket League. I know there's like dozens of other videos I could make that are currently out there in the Rocket League content creation world that get way more views and then are immediately forgotten for the rest of the time. But that's not what I'm about. I want to make like something lasting. And that's not going to happen if we go off like the Rocket League brand in a Psyonix community tournament, you know? It's not going to happen. Like, that's just going to make it really, really difficult for the Rocket League esports team in the future to get stuff like this approved. It's probably going to make it... Like, imagine if we just went and totally messed up and we had the esports button taken away from all future community events. Like, That'd be pretty bad, right? That'd be a bad news, in my opinion. And you know what was the trade-off? Oh yeah, we got you know, one funny comment in a text chat, but esports button is now gone from all future Rocket League community tournaments because a couple of streamers, a couple of tournament organizers couldn't stay on the E for Everyone brand. Like, yeah, I think I know what I care about more, and I expect all of you guys to see the same here. This for me isn't a matter of opinion. This is just facts. Oops, I ran out of boost. Yeah, I want to see more maturity from Rocket League pros, with their time management, with their respect of other people's time, with their, you know, the way they conduct themselves in the game. This is like, they have to realize they're part of a game. They're part of a scene which is and will forever remain an extension of Rocket League, the E for Everyone game, and it is up to them to try and be on that or, you know, in that mindset whenever they're playing professionally. They can say whatever they want on their own personal Twitter, they can say whatever they want on their own stream, but if they're involved in content that is directly related to the Rocket League game, then they should respect that and stop trying to be edgy little teenagers farming kick W's in a Twitch chat. All that will be forgotten, but they can do something. I don't know. There's a real opportunity here for Rocket League. Everyone involved in the scene.
Years to reach that level of maturity.
Well, Soup says, cough AJ cough. Well, yes, obviously AJ most recently did sleep in / go to the store. I don't really know what happened. He missed his match and he got a forfeit, which you know, I'm not happy about because it means less matches for the stream. It means we have to throw the stream to a 30-minute countdown. Nobody wants to see that. It means that the casters for that game have just wasted their time. You know, everybody involved. There's a lot of people putting in time to make tournaments like the Salt Mine happen, and even more people involved in making other Rocket League tournaments happen. Yeah, for, you know, for a player, you know, in the Salt Mine 2 it was AJ, but in other tournaments it's been other players. There's lots of players that have made this same mistake, and like I said earlier, I don't want to start a witch hunt on AJ. He's apologized to me. He's apologized to the community. I'm just, you know, using it as a most recent example. It is really necessary that the Rocket League players start to take responsibility for just being on time for stuff without anyone telling them to. They should show up for their match having received zero info on it from anyone. Because if the fans can know when it's going to go live, if all of the plebs in the Twitch chat know when the match is going to go live, they're all asking, you know, when's the show start? If they all know, then the player who's getting paid to play the game should know. It's not that hard. It really isn't. Now, I'm not saying that it's okay for tournament organizers to get lazy and make it difficult for players to find out when their matches are. No, far from it. In fact, I'm going to endeavor in the next event that I run to do a better job making it more impossible for players to miss a match by not knowing when it was. I'm going to do everything I can. But yeah, it's also on players. You know, if you want to be a professional player in the game, then yeah, you got to fulfill the first half of that word. Part of being a professional player is being on time. They're young and don't see it as a job with actual responsibilities. For most guys, it's a first job. Well, yeah, of course. But you've got to grow up fast. You know, well, they've got to grow up fast, and kids learn quick. So it's important to talk about these things, because if you talk about it, it becomes expected. If it's expected, nobody's going to mess it up. Nobody's going to get it wrong. Right now, it's just far too acceptable for players to be late for things. You know, so whether it's scrims, tournament match, just whatever, is far too acceptable for players to be late, in my opinion, in the Rocket League scene. And it needs to be more, it needs to be talked about more. Like the professionalism of players, the way they conduct themselves, and the way that they treat not only their own time but the time of other people needs to be taken seriously. Yeah, I'll continue to talk about it as much as I can, because hopefully it'll become more normal to expect that. I'm not gonna go, like, listen, I mentioned AJ because he missed his Salt Mine match, but like I already said, he apologized for that, and I accept the apology, and I hope he has all the success in his near and distant future. And that was, you know, an anomaly for AJ. This isn't something that, you know, has happened many times with him. That was just a one-time thing. But, you know, alarms exist, you know. Alarms exist. If you're gonna go take a nap and you got a game later, set an alarm. It's common sense, but you should probably do it if if people are gonna go take a nap. Because I've heard this excuse so many times, and I don't know if I even believe it, to be honest. But well, half the times that I hear it, I feel like it's just so impossible. I mean, who sleeps in for? Who just takes a nap and then misses a big game? I've never heard of this happening before. Like, I used to play sports a lot in school. Nobody slept. Nobody went for a nap and missed a game. Everybody knows when the game is. But I reiterate, no witch hunts allowed. Like, I don't want, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, somebody just asked me to name and shame all the people. I'm not gonna do that. I did feel the need to mention his name just so I could say no witch hunt, because somebody in chat mentioned it. They were like, oh, AJ Koff, or I think it was Full Soup in a text to speech said AJ Koff, which is fair enough. So I decided to speak about that, just so I can as well, you know, explain the situation. Also, just make it very clear that I don't want to have a witch hunt at all. Oh, that is just appalling. Look at this landing. I'm just going to not even recover. Forget it. I give up. Rare Power Master, thanks to the 500 bits, man. Seems good. Didn't follow you yet. I'm having to type with bits. And oh, yeah, I have a bit of a habit of pressing W and double jumping. I know. It was still fun though. Especially listening to you commentate. I actually learned a bit. I am glad, man. But yeah, I just knew that something was up. I called it. I was like, there's no way that this guy is this bad. So I guess that's a compliment in disguise, you know. Bobby Wasabi, thanks to the Prime sub, man. Also, I got you, bro. Thanks to the 17-month Prime. You're the esports personality of Rocket League, not the one it deserves. Go content creator, thanks, man. Hi, Gallagher. Thanks to the 2-month Prime. Okay, well, we made him hit that early. It's what you want if you're the first challenger in threes. Hey, Full Soup, thanks for 250 again. Ask your mum to wake you up. Yeah, true, you know? Just tell someone, yo, phone me. If I'm sleeping at this time, wake me up. You know? You've got tell someone who's more responsible than you. If you know that you're irresponsible with your time, just tell someone to, yeah, wake you up before your game so you don't miss it. But yeah, it's more than just, you know, keeping fans happy. That's a big part of it, you know? You don't want to nobody wants a no-show for a match in a tournament, because then you have to throw to a big like countdown, and everybody's time is wasted. But it also costs tournament organizers a lot of money. Now, in my case, it didn't cost me a lot of money. You know, I wasn't paying dozens of production staff, and you know, there weren't like dozens and dozens of sponsors who had signed off, you know, that this game was going to happen for. But for other larger tournaments, that would be the case. Like, if there's a no-show, it can cost thousands of dollars. That's, yeah, not good. Not a good thing to have happen. Yeah, truth be told, I really don't know what has to be done, to be honest. I really don't know what has to be done. What do you guys think to try and encourage more more respect to be given to the time of everybody involved in running a tournament. Let's say Salt Mine 3, whenever that is. Hopefully there is one. Do we make prize money deductions for people who are late for their game? Is that the solution? Do we just straight up disqualify people who are late instead of just getting a forfeit in one game? You're just straight up DQ'd from the entire tournament. Like, what do you guys think the solution is? Oh, my computer just asked me if I wanted to turn on sticky keys. Tap me out. Why is my teammate flying up for that? Okay, you actually got there, but terrible angle to go up for. Kick players that they miss their games unless they have a valid reason. Well, that was basically what we did. I mean, a couple of players missed their games in EU, and were, yeah, they were just straight up DQ'd because their reason wasn't a valid one. But I mean, what is it? What qualifies as a valid reason? I mean, most of the time that a player in Rocket League misses a match or they're late for a match, they're just gonna say, "Oh, I forgot," or "Oh, I thought the match was later." Is that a valid reason? Like, it's very much in the grey area. I mean, in some cases, a player will tell one admin one thing, and they'll tell another admin another thing. And you're like, well, what is going on here? Not valid? Well, yeah, I would say so as well. I mean, the process that we ended up going with for Salt Mine 2 was first time accidental offense, we'll let them off. But if it's just a complete, like, careless, knowing, like, if somebody's knowingly late for their match and they could have done something about it, look at me going to create a match with muscle memory, then that's a different story. Right, are we gonna go Psionics wheels or Sunrise? Let's go Psionics wheels. I couldn't equip them. Rubbish. Forgetting is not valid ammo. Yeah, unavoidable circumstances like yeah, internet outage. Yeah. Oh wait, our game started. What? Was there a countdown? Am I actually just going crazy? I didn't hear a countdown. Pass it. Is that hitting the ceiling? It is. Roth Omega, thanks to the Twitch Prime sub, and also Cheese Touch for the 4-month Prime. Welcome back. Wait, are we lagging or something? I swear this bell just like teleported. Am I actually What? Hello? What is going on in this lobby? Alright. Let's try that again. Never seen that before. No, there's no rewards. There's no rewards. My stream is fine. Okay, so that was just me disconnecting here. Got it. Yeah, there was no countdown. I swear there was no countdown. I was like, wait, what? Did this game just start out of nothing? I thought I was going crazy. I was like, there's no way. I just didn't have a countdown. Could give a percentage of winnings to the opponent if they were late. There we go. Show that one to Marky. It's a Johnny Boy dribble. Succeeding. Shielding needs to be written in bold, like have announcements written on Twitter or somewhere. If you're late for a match, you'll be DQ. I mean, we would just put it in the rules on the Discord next time. Do you think new ranks are better than changing the GC to 2K MMR? Yeah, I think leaving all the ranks, like leaving GC where it is. This is the biggest like reason that I've seen people complaining about like making GC higher or whatever, higher rank, is that they, you know, they've never been GC and they want to get it, and they're worried that they'll never get it now because it's going to be harder. It's going to be a higher rank. I've never said that. I've never said increase the rank requirement for GC. Maybe I have, but I don't remember saying that. I've always just said there needs to be another rank above GC. Leave GC where it is, but also put another rank above GC. And for all the people saying, no, but I want to be the highest rank in Rocket League. I want to get GC so I can show everybody, look, I'm the highest rank in the game. Like, Come up with a new like goal, my friends, because you're not the highest rank in the game. You know, well, you're not as good as the players who are like at the top of Grand Champ. Not even remotely close. You gotta stop thinking that you're, you know, in the same league just because you've got the same logo next to your name as Squishy Muffins doesn't make you cool. Like, if you're 1550 GC, you suck at Rocket League. I'm sorry to say it, but you do. Because Rocket League has levels to it, and yeah, 1550 GC, it ain't there yet. Yeah, in my opinion, it's not a reason to have. I got a reset there, lol. I don't think it's a good reason or a good excuse to not add a new rank above GC. To say like, oh no, but I've never been GC and I want to be the highest rank in the game so I can show all my friends. Like, yeah, I understand you're not going to be too happy about that, but you can still get GC, and you're still going to be just as high of a percentage in the player base as you would have been ever. But the people who are much, much higher than you should be rewarded accordingly by an even higher rank. Max WB, thanks for the kind words, man. Do you think that rank needs a hard reset on MMR? Probably not. It doesn't need one. What level would you consider somebody being competent at Rocket League? I mean, what do we mean competent? Obviously, I'm exaggerating here. When I say that 1550 GC sucks at Rocket League, like, they're better than the vast majority of the world at this game. Like, they're very, very good. I don't know what the equivalent would be in like a sport, but yeah, they're probably extremely good. Oops, I was supposed to land on the back wall there, so I could continue on with this. But yeah, in terms of compared to pro play, I'd say like a competent player is someone, if you know, at the kind of level that if you put those like 3 of those players together, they're gonna have a chance of beating a pro team. So not 1550 GC, but you know, when you get into like 1700-ish kind of range, that's when you've got a team who have a, you know, a chance to actually beat an RLCS team in ranked if the RLCS team are not playing very well, or you know, if the other team just play their absolute best game of their lives. Maybe both those things combined. So yeah, that's like when you're kind of like decent at the game, like 1700 I guess is like the decent margin when you're okay. But yeah, there's way more levels above that. Like, don't get me wrong, all you 1700 trash players in chat who are listening, getting excited, thinking I'm validating your ability. I'm not. You still suck. You just don't suck as much as a 1550 does. Right, Jonesy, what you got? Okay, that's interesting. Johnny, you're trash. I've been telling you guys that since I started playing this game. I've been telling everyone that I suck at the game. It's just that there's lots of people who suck even more. Exhibit A, everyone in this lobby. Jesse needs his own rank above GC. Jesse does need his own rank for sure. He needs his own in-game title. Jesse is a completely unique entity in the Rocket League space. Rank Rage Square. What's my rank? Let's just let it update. Probably like Champ 3, Div 2 or something. I think we've lost most of our games today. Yeah, Desk Smasher. Desk Smasher. I'm really triggering you for going for kickoffs when I clicked party up. I didn't mean to do that. How do I not make that happen? I don't want to party up with that guy. That was a misclick. Get me out of here.
Against you and every game with UXD, and no, I wasn't the drunk guy.
I lost every game against you and every game with you. Are you just really nervous in my presence or something? Because you keep losing.